Your new piece for the Saint Paul Chamber Orchestra is called Become River, and this is an absolutely fascinating piece, but it has a sibling of sorts. Can you tell me a little bit about Become Ocean?
Sure, I seem to be working my way upstream. I don't know how many of you were here. They were playing a little bit of an excerpt of Become Ocean before we came out. It's a 50-minute piece, 5-0, for 3 orchestras that was commissioned by Ludwig Morlot and the Seattle Symphony. And it was inspired by living, as I have the past few years, by the ocean, between the desert and the sea, down in Mexico. And someone asked me the other day, it was performed again recently, and a friend of mine heard it, and she said, how did you do that? And my answer was, I slept with the windows open, because our bedroom is, 100 yards from the waves, and just sleep with the windows open, then get up in the morning and write it down. That piece occupied me for an entire year, and early on, I was just about ready to begin work. I was clearing the decks to begin work on Become Ocean. Had the commission, knew what it was going to be, just was passing through San Diego where Steve and Brenda live. And we had dinner on my way south to begin work on Become Ocean. And Steve asked what I was working on, and I said, well, I'm working on this big new piece for the Seattle Symphony, and it's called Become Ocean, and the title derives from a lovely little mesostic poem that John Cage wrote to honor Lou Harrison on his birthday. And the last, he compares, he talks about the breadth and the richness and the depth of Harrison's music, both the quality and the quantity of it. And then he says it resembles a river in delta. And the final line is, listening to it, we become ocean. So I was captivated by that idea of becoming ocean. I was telling this to Steve, and he said, well, would you be interested in writing a new piece for the Saint Paul Chamber Orchestra? And I must have flinched. I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity. It's an incredible invitation, and I've admired the Saint Paul Chamber Orchestra for decades. But I just wanted to do Become Ocean. I just wanted to write my big orchestra piece. So clearly I hesitated. And Steve asked me to tell him a little more, and I told him a little more. And then he saw his opening, and he said, well, you're already composing this ocean. Maybe all you need to do is just back upstream a little bit and compose the river and delta. So he had me, and I said, okay, I'll do it. And in fact, I got working on Ocean, and then I put it down because Steve had the right idea about this piece, and I needed to get it while it was hot. So I interrupted Become Ocean to write Become River.